Hello and welcome to Energy Clearing Codes. My name is Katia and I am so excited to have you here today. Go ahead and pop in the chat. Let us know your name. It will show up, of course. So let us know where you're coming in from and what brings you here today. What are you most excited about or most curious about? Oh. I popped hi in the chat so that you know where to look to join in with us. Okay. Rachel is joining us from Washington State. She said she's eager to release old stuff from her body, which, yes, I think we all have some old stuff to release. And a lot of us do hold it like kind of deeply embedded in our body, even if it's energetic stuff. It doesn't always stay in our energy. It kind of works its way into the body. So this energy clearing can definitely help with that. And okay. And from here, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Energy Clearing Codes. You are in the right place if you're ready to leave behind your fear and your limiting beliefs. If you're tired of feeling anxious and stressed and overburdened, and if you're ready to embrace your unique gifts. You're ready to feel authentic joy and peace and fulfillment. This is the spot for you. Today, what we'll be working with is 6 simple tools that you can use every day for transformational healing, like grounding breath, presencing, chakra clearing meditation, reflective journaling, inspirational affirmations, and divinations. We'll be doing oracle card readings for that later today. And there will be a couple of key takeaways that you can work on after this. It's not just in this moment while we're here together. There's things that you can apply to your real life. In case you don't know me already, my name is Katia. I'm a Reiki master and intuitive. I'm also the author of Balancing the Rainbow Within, your daily chakra journal guide. Chakras are like my favorite way of interacting with energy and my kind of personal passion. I'm also a yoga instructor and an oracle card reader and a crystal healer and a life coach. And all of that, it makes a nice list, but what it really means is that I care deeply about healing and I have a lot of compassion, and I love listening beyond what the words are and feeling into the energy of things and healing and hearing beyond what meets the eye. And Emily also popped on. Hi, Emily, welcome. Let me introduce myself. I'm Katia. Before all of these things that I told you about in the previous slide, I was a school teacher. I lived abroad teaching for about a decade and just traveled around Asia. And it was a really fun time in my life and really eye-opening. It taught me a lot about myself and what I believe in. Interacting in different cultures kind of makes you question, what's your culture? What do you truly believe? So that was really a powerful time in my life, and it paved the way for me to be here today. And in many ways, I will always be a teacher. It's not something that I can leave behind. I just love learning and sharing everything that I know and breaking it down, discussing, getting into the thick of it, and um, like back and forth, and seeing how it can change your life too, the things that I've learned that have changed my life. So we're going to begin today with some presencing. And this is just a simple practice that you can do to help ground you anywhere you are, anytime. So we're going to start by looking over to the right, just with your eyes. You can move your head if you want, but you don't need to. And you'll look kind of up and down, just taking in whatever happens to be over there. You don't need to name it or think about it, just being with whatever is there. And then you'll look over to the left and look up and down, taking in whatever might be over there. And then we'll do the same thing looking up. You can kind of scan back and forth a little bit, taking in your surroundings. And same thing looking down, just noticing where you are in this place here and now. I noticed even for me, my voice got a little calmer and softer. This presencing helps you feel safe and comfortable wherever you are, even if it's your home. Just like reconnecting with that mindful presence about where you are in the world helps bring you kind of home into your own body and back to yourself. We're also going to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. So if you're not already, then I recommend taking kind of an upright seat for this, but you can also totally do it if you're, leaning back in your chair or the couch or your bed or whatever. So take one breath to clear. And then breathe in very, very deeply, taking in a big, deep breath, and then holding at the top of that breath. And then sipping in just a tiny bit more air, holding for another moment, and then letting it all go. We're going to do that a couple more times. Breathing in deeply, deeply, deeply. Hold at the top. And then sipping in just a tiny bit more air. Hold for another second and let it all go. And I'll let you do 2 more on your own. And then go ahead and return to normal breath. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment if that feels aligned. Just check in with yourself. Has anything shifted in your body already from these 2 1-minute practices? You might have released something. You might just feel a little bit more calm. Taking note of wherever you are right now. So go ahead and drop it in the chat and let me know if anything came up for you or shifted for you, or if anything has adjusted already. Okay. From here, we're going to start talking about the chakras. In case you, there we go. Rachel says she has a feeling of nice stillness. And that's, I love that. It's so short of a practice, and yet it can change your world. That sounds like an overstatement, but the way that you're vibrating really affects how you're taking in everything else around you. So I love that that can be so powerful so fast. So So moving into the chakras are my favorite way to connect with energy. The chakras, in case you don't know or you'd like a reminder, are spinning wheels or hubs of energy. You have energy channels moving all through your body. The same way that your veins move blood around your body, your energy channels are constantly circulating energy. And you have two kind of main energy channels, the Ida and Pingala, that kind of flow with each other and crisscross back and forth, starting at the base of your spine and coming all the way up to the crown. And each spot where they intersect is a chakra, or is one of these 7 main chakras. There are also hundreds or thousands of other chakras, depending on which resource you look at, throughout the rest of your body where other energy channels interact. But these ones coming up the spine are, I would say, kind of the major ones. They really affect how you interact with the world. Mm, Sorry. And we'll go back to this. So the 7 main chakras, the first one is the root chakra, and it lays the foundation for everything in your life. Like it sets you up to feel stable in your surroundings, in your body, in your world, and in your energy. So once you have a stable foundation, then we can move up to the sacral, which allows us to create. It's your center for creativity and sensuality, enjoyment of life. And then the energy keeps flowing up from the creations that you make. Then you get to the solar plexus chakra, which just allows us to feel confident. Once we're creating, then it kind of helps us build who we are and our sense of self. And from there, we keep going up to the heart chakra. And once we feel, stable and creative and confident, then we can start to flow with harmony and love and spread and share love to those around us and within ourselves. We can vibrate at this frequency of love. And then once we're vibrating at the frequency of love, then we can express ourselves and communicate with others and understand the messages that we're receiving from within ourselves. And from there, then once we understand ourselves, then we can open our intuition and understand wisdom from beyond and understand better the messages that we're getting in our surroundings and within ourselves, understanding how those messages manifest within the body or within the energy system. And from there, then we keep going up to the crown chakra, which connects us to divinity and all that is. It connects you to everything, everywhere. So it's a really powerful system and kind of relates to every part of your life. There's whatever kind of situation you're going through, we can tie it back to a chakra. And if the chakras are imbalanced or if they have blocks, then that can hinder the smooth and steady flow of energy from one chakra up to the next chakra. So if you're not feeling confident, then that can block the flow of energy up to your heart chakra and help and stop you from being able to express your love as fully as you might like. So it's all, and the block affects all of the chakras going up from there. And as the energy circles back around, it blocks the energy coming up the spine again too, like starting back down at the root. So one thing that's off can shift your whole system, which sounds really kind of disastrous, I know, but the good news about it is if you can fix that energetic frequency, then you can fix your whole system too. So that's what we're working on today, is coming back to flowing and vibrating with a positive, beautiful, shimmering energy and letting go of those blocks that might be impeding your healthy flow. So we're going to do a chakra clearing meditation. So I recommend that you find a comfortable seat where you won't have to think about your physical body. And actually, it doesn't matter. It could be a seat or you could lay down to receive this. It's going to be a sort of longer meditation. So definitely you want to feel comfortable and safe wherever you choose to be. And I'm going to go just to this so that my face isn't distracting for you. So once you found your position, take a couple of deep breaths. Any final movements, getting comfortable. Also let go of anything that it took for you to come here today and anything that you might need to do after this. Allow yourself to be fully present here and now. Allow yourself to be open to the healing and the insights that will come to you today. And as you breathe in, see your breath as a sparkling white light. Allow each breath to bring white light deep down into your torso, all the way down to the base of your spine. And with each inhale, gather more light. And with each exhale, let it grow stronger and brighter. Allow this light to illuminate your root chakra, which is your connection to your physical world, this body you're in, your home, your ancestors, the earthly plane, your feeling of groundedness, stability, and security. See your root chakra glowing red. Take a moment to notice the state of this energy hub. Is it bright and rich, or dull and murky? Just observing, taking note. Allow the white light to shine on any blocks that you're holding here, to purify and release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of any restlessness or insecurity, letting go of overwhelm, anger, or greed, letting go of impatience or resistance to change. Letting it all fade into the power of the light. It's no longer needed here. Then allow the light to glide up your spine, stopping and spinning just below the navel at the home of your sacral chakra. This is your center for emotion and balance, creativity, and flowing with life. Allow this center to glow with a nice orange light. But notice if it seemed kind of electric orange, or strong and warm, or maybe dim and dreary. Just taking note of the state of this chakra now. Then allow the white light to shine on any blocks that you're holding here, to purify and release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of any insensitivity or heightened sensitivity. Letting go of any controlling tendencies or clinging or grasping. Letting go of moodiness or detachment or boredom. Letting it all fade into the power of the light. It's no longer needed here. Then follow the light up the spine into the top of the abdomen. Allow it to ignite your solar plexus chakra with its light. This is the seat of your personal power, your inner flame. It's the home of your self-worth and your self-trust, your sense of identity and purpose. See your solar plexus chakra glowing yellow. Take a moment to notice if it's a bright, rich, sunshiny yellow, or maybe dull or murky, or even a little bit too bright, blinding light. Allow the white, purifying light to shine on any blocks that you're holding here and help you release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of low self-esteem or lack of self-trust, releasing any decisiveness or fear around being your full true self. Letting go of critical tendencies or controlling. Let it all fade into the power of the light. Then allow the light to glide up your spine. This time, pausing and spinning in the center of your chest at your heart center, the home of your heart chakra. This is your center for compassion, forgiveness, self-love, and deep, true love, giving and receiving from a place of love. See this center glowing green and notice the quality of the green. Is it eccentric? Is it bright and warm, or dull or dim? Allow the white light to shine on any blocks you're holding here, to purify them and release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of any shyness or fear. Releasing any grudges or jealousy. Letting go of overgiving or clinging. And letting it all fade into the power of the light. From here, allow the light to flow up the spine to the center of the throat. Allow it to illuminate your throat chakra with its light. This is your center for expression, communication, expansiveness, expressing your truth, hearing your inner wisdom. See your throat chakra glowing with a sky blue or turquoise light. And take a moment to notice the state of this light. Is it bright and full and rich? Or perhaps it's murky or dull? Allow the white light to shine on any blocks you're holding here, to purify them and release them. Filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go now of anything that holds you back from listening to yourself. Letting go of anything that holds you back from speaking up. Letting go of any fear of expressing yourself. Release any bossiness or over-explaining. And release any unwillingness to listen or hear fully. Letting it all fade into the power of the light. Then, allow the light to flow again up your spine, pausing and spinning just inside the forehead, between the brows, at the home of your third eye chakra, your center for intuition, recognition, mental powers, clairsenses, and manifestation. See your third eye chakra glowing with a brilliant indigo. Notice, is it warm and bright? Or maybe it first looked a little bit dull or faded. Allow the white light to shine on any blocks that you're holding here, to purify them and release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of any spaciness or fear of the unknown. Releasing any lack of imagination or issues with hearing or ignoring your intuitive insights. Letting all of this fade into the power of the light. It's no longer needed here. Then follow the light up the spine to the center of the top of the head and allow it to illuminate your crown chakra with its light. This is your center for connection to the divine, to universal consciousness, and unity with all that is. See your crown chakra glowing violet. Take a moment to notice the state of this violet color. Is it light and free, and airy, or dull, or glowing with a healthy violet light? Allow the white light to shine on any blocks you're holding here, to purify and release them, filling them with so much goodness and light that they can no longer hide in the dark. Letting go of anything that holds you back from spiritual connection. Letting go of any doubt or uncertainty in your own divinity. letting all fade into the power of the light. It's no longer needed here. Then connect into your energy system in its entirety. See it fully lit up with light and energy, feeling the power of your chakras working in harmony. See the red light at the base of your spine, the orange light just below your belly button, the yellow light in the top of your abdomen, the green light in your heart center, the turquoise light in your throat, that indigo light in your forehead, and that violet light at the top of your head at the crown. Feel the power of your chakras working in harmony with all 7 chakras illuminated as an inner rainbow. Feel their beautiful vibration in every cell of your being. From here, the light, the white light at your crown continues to flow upward beyond your physical being, beyond your aura, and back to source energy. Know that even though you're not focusing on it now, you can recall this powerful light to any of your chakras anytime you need a clearing or a boost. This light lives within you. This power lives within you. When you're ready, bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your breath, coming home to your physical being. Returning to connection between all that is around you and all that is within you. Take another deep breath. Then bring your awareness up to your eyes and open them and turn. Take a couple of moments to reflect on this. If you have something to write with, that's perfect. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you to bring something. But if you have a journal handy, write it down. Otherwise, maybe close your eyes again and just reconnect, thinking this time with your conscious mind about what you experienced, what you released, or what you might still need to release, what you're aware of now. And if you feel like you reached the end of the things that you released, then take a pause and check in and see if there's anything else. I'll give you just a few more moments here. Or seconds, I guess is a better. Then from here, we're going to look back at what you wrote and look for one thing that really stands out to you that you released or that you still need to release if it's not fully gone yet. And there might be a few things, and if you were thinking about it, then kind of scroll back through your mind. What was like the biggest standout for you? And you're gonna distill that thing into a simple word or phrase that's a sentence or a couple of sentences or even just one word. And it doesn't have to be now, but you'll write it on a paper. And then you'll burn that paper. When you want to let something go, it helps to work through it in the mind and on paper, but sometimes having that physical image that our mind can understand so much better, the symbolism of letting that thing go when we see it. So that's what's important about rituals. That physical act lets you see it disappear and helps your energy understand it too. It demonstrates also your devotion and determination to the universe by taking this physical action that shows just a little bit stronger that you made it. And I'm going to send you an email after this to let you know a little bit more about the burning ritual, because I don't want to burn things here on the call and have you partially listening and me partially listening and then partially starting a fire. So I'll send you some more details about that. But for now, I encourage you to just look and think about what it is that you need to burn. And also, if you choose not to physically burn that paper, then take some time, either just a moment right now or later, to imagine that word burning or that thing burning and returning back to source energy, kind of composting what it's become and letting it go. Then we're also going to look back at what you wrote or thought about to look for what stands out to you that could change if you are successful in releasing this thing. And I would say write a list of attributes, or it could be phrases or just single words. Like, how will your life be different if you release these things? And I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down as much as you can. Just a couple more seconds. Then kind of think back through these things about what stands out to you the most. It could be because it feels destined and necessary, or it could be because it feels really difficult and hard to release. And find the one thing that you need most. Trust yourself to know which one you need most. And if you're kind of like wavering between two, ask yourself, if I did know, which one would it be? Because most likely somewhere inside, you actually do know. So let's say if you were releasing fear, then you could be more confident, or you would take steps that you haven't taken before. So then you're going to turn this new thing that we've looked at that's positive, that's going to help you, into a powerful phrase that lights you up. Like, I have released all of my fears and I move through life with confidence. And you'll write this sentence in the present tense, like it's true now, even if you don't totally feel it yet. The fun thing about affirmations is you only have to believe it 51%. The more you see it and hear it and say it, the more you'll believe it. And if you believe that it's a little bit more true than untrue, you can make it true by surrounding yourself in its energy. If anyone feels called, you're definitely invited to share your affirmations with us. I also understand if it's something that feels more personal that you don't want to share right now. But my recommendation to you is to write this down somewhere that you can, and put it somewhere that you can see it, or everywhere so that you can see it. On your bathroom mirror, in the car, by your bed, just so you're surrounded by that energy and you can harness it, become it. And next we're going to look at some oracle cards. I love oracle cards so much. I feel like they call me out a lot on things that maybe I don't want to acknowledge, or things that I hadn't seen yet in the way that I needed to see them. They show me a different perspective. Or sometimes they show you that thing that you've been pushing aside. is something that you actually need to look at. The cards reflect your own energy back to you. So they're kind of, as you're choosing a card, they're kind of magnetized to help you see yourself. They're a mirror for sure. So if you have your own card deck, I encourage you to try these couple of card pulls for yourself. Otherwise, I'm going to also pull a couple of cards now for the group. And usually, oh, we have a comment. Oh, Emily shared her affirmation is, all the things that feel heavy, I can let go of. I trust the universe can carry me. That's really powerful and beautiful. I love that. Yeah, trust is so important. Surrender. Okay, so now we're going to pull a couple of cards. Usually the cards, even if they're pulled for someone else, are super relevant. Like we do a tarot card circle monthly. I do with a couple of my friends, and almost always the things that they're getting also feel relevant to me. So this card, I feel certain, can be for all of us on this call and those watching the replay, that whatever the energy of this moment is now, the card will show it to you, what you need to know. So our first question is, sorry, I've been shuffling these cards, and usually one like kind of falls out or pops out. And it makes itself known that that's the one. Oh, this one just flipped itself up right in the deck that was all this way. It's changed to this way. And it says unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So what you need to know about releasing might be that what you feel like you're releasing in this moment is actually so much deeper, that it's about soul patterns and contracts and past lives. And it's something that you may have been carrying for a very long time, which makes it all the more powerful to be able to release it now. And I'm going to pull another card. How will releasing this thing impact my life? One flipped itself up already. And it says, align your life. What is aligned? What is not aligned or needs to change? So this is definitely related to that release, looking at alignment. And I would say if it's asking what's not aligned or needs to change, it's asking for you to call in alignment and to make the changes that are needed to bring that alignment. And I'm actually going to read from the book about this because I have a feeling there's something more that we need to know. Sorry, I'm just here, looking through. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclical beings in a constant state of change, evolution, or growth. Change is one of the only certainties in life. So sounds like changes are ahead. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you're being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, the mask that you wore, to embrace who you truly are, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so they're congruent with who you truly are today. So that sounds really powerful for how releasing your past lives soul contracts, soul patterns, not soul contracts, just contracts, um, can make a big impact in changing your life and stepping into who you truly want to be. So now, actually, let's go back here for a second. If anyone feels really like that they've had any ahas or breakthroughs from these oracle cards, please let us know a little bit about that in the chat. And just give a moment to think about how that relates to your life. Ooh. Rachel said that her affirmation was releasing self-diminishment, which definitely sounds really powerful. And it's so easy to fall into that trap. And she believes that her inherent goodness, she believes in her inherent goodness and that she deserves her own love. Yes, that sounds very, very powerful and absolutely true. Definitely repeat that one a bit and try to bring it in fully into your being. Oh, and Rachel also pulled a card. She pulled the Animal Oracle Turtle Spirit. Oh, slow and steady wins the race. So maybe releasing might take time, but the outcomes of it will be worth it for the impact in your life, I would guess. Is the meaning of that. Okay. Then I would like to invite you to think back to the beginning of this call together. How are you feeling then? When we first popped on? And how are you feeling now? Has anything shifted or released or kind of ascended about your vibration? I hope that these practices have helped move things up a little bit from whatever kind of baseline, that these small shifts can carry you upward, bringing you to a higher vibration and helping to release whatever blocks you've been carrying, or that diminishment or the heaviness, all of those things, letting those go. These kinds of simple practices can really help. And then I wanted to check in with you. Does this sound familiar? Somewhere along the line, things got off track. You didn't do anything wrong, but somehow things also didn't go quite right. You're meant for something more, and you know it. You're tired of waking up in an average life, or you're in a rough patch, or navigating a big transition, or feeling stuck. If so, I would like to invite you to make a change, make a shift, to commit fully and wholeheartedly to yourself and moving past feeling stuck and into the life that you know is meant for you. And if you're in that place and feeling ready to release all those blocks and step into alignment, step into your full true self, then I'd like to invite you to join us in Chakra Reset to Radiance. Envision a future, which you can close your eyes if you'd like, or just receive whatever feels aligned. But envision a future where you wake up feeling excited with a clear sense of purpose and direction, where you feel a deep, grounded sense of calm within. You feel loved, connected, uplifted, and valued for exactly who you are. You trust yourself. You feel worthy and capable and confident enough to show up fully as who you are in your life. Envision that yourself having the courage to live a life that's true to you, to follow your heart, to express your passions, to feel free and live authentically without holding anything back. If that sounds good to you, then I would love for you to check out in Chakra Reset to Radiance. Inside, we'll look at each layer of who you are right now and who you have been. We'll release what no longer serves and vision into who you want to become, who you are destined and determined to be, and empower you to become that version of yourself. The process for that, what's included, we have weekly calls, which are like this call with these simple, doable practices, but also there's time for you to share what's on your heart and mind so that we can work through it together. Unlike this webinar, we would all have our videos and all be able to talk and share and talk through things, bounce stuff off of each other, discuss, dig in to what you're releasing, what you're calling in, how that feels, how that looks. It also includes group chat support so that you're never alone to do that hard work. All the time, we're here for you via chat. And there's also an on-demand curriculum, which has been described as a playground of self-care that includes activities to work through healing each of the chakras. We talked about how each chakra has its own kind of functions that build on each other. So we start at the root chakra and work our way up through each one to set that foundation so you can create and feel confident and help, all of the things flow smoothly and in a healthy way. And these are some of the kinds of things that we do in the curriculum. And Rachel says she highly recommends Kadia's Reset to Radiance. Rachel is in the beta group, and it was really wonderful to connect with her and see her grow and change through the process. And week to week, there was so much growth that happened on every call or by every call as she went through the things. I hope that's okay to say, Rachel. These are some of the things that are inside the curriculum. There are meditations, affirmations, journal prompts, embodiment practices, which is like sound healing, chanting, yoga, and other different practices. Also, oracle card readings. I'll walk you through different oracle card spreads for each chakra, and also rituals and physical things that you can do to demonstrate the healing and the releasing that you're doing for each chakra. And Rachel said, of course. This is the investment for Reset to Radiance, Chakra Reset to Radiance. There are two options. The first option is a payment plan, 3 monthly payments of $397. And inside you'll get the Inner Rainbow Healing Curriculum, as well as those 9 weekly coaching calls. community access to the chat on WhatsApp, and a special bonus, Reiki 1 course where you'll be attuned to Reiki so that you can do energy healing as well for yourself and for others. And the other option is pay in full, which is $1,111. Those angel numbers. And what's included also is that inner rainbow healing curriculum, all of those practices that you can do to work through healing each chakra, as well as the 9 weekly coaching calls. And if you're thinking, wait, 9, weren't there 7 chakras? We have 1 to kind of get started together, introduce ourselves, introduce the chakras, set our intentions for healing and releasing. And then the 7 chakras, and 1 final integration call to bring it all together. And also you'll have the community access on WhatsApp and the Reiki 1 course. And you'll get a special bonus energy reading with me. And that is to do with Reiki and sharing what blocks I sense in your energy system now. I psychically see blocks, and it's fascinating. Usually people know exactly what it is that brought up what I'm sensing. Like sometimes people have like trees or vines growing out of themselves, or like a snake eating their guts, or different like rocks in different parts of their body. So I'll tell you what's inside of you, and we'll talk through what might have manifested that and what you can do about it. And for a special offer for the next 24 hours, I'll be offering that free energy reading and energy healing to anyone who signs up. So I would like to encourage you to join us inside of Chakra Reset to Radiance, to revive your energy, to grow your confidence, to unearth your purpose, and awaken your spiritual connections. You are whole, you are radiant, and you are worthy, and it is your time. For your homework, practice your affirmations, burn that thing you're releasing, and come on over and check out Chakra Reset to Radiance. I'm going to drop the link in now into the chat. Oh, nope, it's on the bottom of the video. I'll put it in the chat too. And I hope to see you inside. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now. Or you can always DM me or email me. I'm happy to connect with you anytime to chat more about Chakra Reset to Radiance, or how things went on this call and what you're going through. I look forward to seeing you soon. And thank you everyone for joining me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day.